Hey guys, it's Becky Bamboo. It's what is today? Monday, September 13th, 2010. I sound like a dork. I'm sorry. Okay. Today is the official week 11 update. So much has changed in 11 weeks. My goodness. It's hard to keep up with everything. You have to make a lot of sacrifices with this surgery, you know? Um, and I want to talk about that briefly here because I think that there's plenty of people who watch me who are pre-op and who are even just considering this surgery as an option for their life that I want to mention this. Um, there's a ice cream place in the town that I live. It's really custard. Um, and over the weekend, my mom was here. She went to the hair salon with me, and we spent the day shopping, and it was wonderful. But she loves this custard place, as do I, and so does like everybody that I know. So she wanted to go to the custard place. It's seasonal, so it's going to be winding down for the season here because they're not open through the winter. I mean, let's face it, who wants to go to an outside ice cream eatery in the winter? You don't. So, anywho, we went to this custard place, and it's such a challenge to know you can't have it. You just can't have it. I mean, I can have one bite of it. I had one bite. I shared a bite with my mom, and you get the taste, and it's glorious and wonderful, but it's still like you would love to be able to just have your own little portion of it. Even if it's a little tiny portion, you would love to be able to just have your own little dish of it and feel like you're sitting there and enjoying it. I mean, there was all these people around, and like I said, you sit outside, it's an outdoor eatery kind of deal. And I kept looking around, and people were looking at me like so funny because I didn't even stand up with them while they ordered. I just went and sat down because, I mean, I don't need to wait in line because I'm not getting anything. So I noticed that people were just kind of giving me funny looks, and it made me just really kind of sit there and ponder for a few minutes. Like, there are some distinct sacrifices you make after the surgery, and I think it's good to talk about this stuff because you have to be willing to go all the way with it. You can't, there's nothing half-assed about this. I mean, I guess there is if you don't mind getting sick. I hate being sick. I hate the feeling. I just hate being sick. So I don't want to go there. And, I don't want to cheat myself. And I don't want to, I just don't want to mess any of it up, basically. So that's something I wanted to talk about is that, if you are a sweets eater, I was really not a big sweets eater before, but every once in a while I enjoyed like a nice ice cream cone or, whatever, as does most people. So that's one thing that I'm really missing right now is a nice just ice cream or sweet treat or something like that. So definitely there are sacrifices. Okay, enough with that. Getting to the numbers. I started my journey. Oh my gosh, 424 pounds. It's almost painful to say that anymore. I'm so glad I'm not that anymore. And it just, like, I guess in some ways, sometimes I still feel like that, though. I still feel like my brain hasn't kept up with the weight loss, you know what I mean? So sometimes it's challenging when I say 424 because it's not been that long ago. So anyway, 424 pounds. Today, I am happy to report I am 329 pounds. I'm down 95 from where I started. It's just incredible that it was just, 3 short months ago. And I'm down almost 100 pounds. 100 pounds to me is a huge milestone that I've talked about in the past where growing up I would have like incentives to try to lose that weight. Like my grandmother she wanted me to lose weight so desperately. She would tell me, oh, I'll give you $100 if you lose 100 pounds, or I'll take you shopping, or I mean there was always something trying to give me the incentive to do it. And I always felt like such a failure for not being able to to do that, to make them proud, but to make myself feel better. And I think the thing is I just wasn't I hadn't gone to the bottom yet. Maybe that sounds weird, but it's like I needed to go to the bottom, the very, very bottom, in order to come back from this, to be able to understand what had to happen and what changes needed to take place, and that I don't need that ice cream anymore, and things like that. So anyway, the 100-pound mark is a pretty big milestone for me. Sad to say that I still have another 100 plus to go to hit my goal. But you know, it is what it is. One thing that I wanted to mention on this video, I have never come out and said what my goal weight is. And I haven't said it because I've said from the start that like I feel like if I don't reach it, then somehow people will view me as a failure. I watched Gastric Rose's video last week, and she was talking about how she's 6 years post-op and she has not reached goal yet. And she's continuing to work to get there. And it just made me really realize that I need to just put it out there what my goal is. And I need to put it out there for myself, and I need to put it out there for other people to, for those of you who watch me regularly, to know that I'm not just going through the motions of this. I do actually have a goal that I'd like to reach. My goal is not the goal that my surgeon has for me. I think that's unrealistic, and especially think it's unrealistic unless I would undergo plastic surgery. And I've said before, at this point, I am not interested in plastics. I know that once I lose all the weight, I will have lots of excess skin. I'll just have it. But unless it causes me some kind of medical problems, I would prefer to not do plastics. So anyway, I'm going to put it out there. I want to announce my official goal of what I would like to weigh. My surgeon thinks I need to be like right at 140 pounds. I'm 5'9". To me, that is super small, and I don't see that as realistic. I don't even know when I weighed 140 pounds. I was probably in grade school. Honestly, I don't know how long ago it's been. But my goal for myself is 195 pounds. I would like to be 195. I know that's not very far down into Wonderland. It's, you know, I chose 195 because it's enough below 200 that with normal fluctuations in weight from week to week at maintenance that I wouldn't be back above 200. I think if initially I thought 199 would be awesome, but at 199, if you have the weeks where you go up and down, you're going to be 199, 203, back and forth. And I'd rather just stay down in Wonderland once I finally get there. I don't know if I'll ever get to that. I really, starting out at over 400 pounds, it seems like not an option, basically. But I think the more that I'm going through this process and I'm realizing that like we can do whatever we put our mind to doing and whatever we want to do, that it's possible. I think it's possible to reach that at some point. It may not be this year. It may not be next year. It may not be for 5 years. It may not be for 10 years. I don't know. But at some point, that's where I want to go. And I want to keep, I think setting my goal that low is a good thing in terms of keeping me motivated to move. Because obviously we all know at some point with gastric bypass, the magic weight loss goes away and it becomes all on our shoulders to do it by ourselves. And I just think it's really important to set my goal at something that I really, really want and really, really feel like I can get to so that it keeps me pushing. Oh my gosh, my screen just went off. Where did you go? Where did you go? There we are. Oh gosh, my screen went off. So anyway, I want to keep it at something I think is attainable, but also something that will keep me motivated to keep moving forward once the magic weight loss stops. So we'll see where it goes. I don't know, but I want to put it out there. 195 pounds, is what I would ultimately like to be at. I have no idea what size clothes that'll be. I have no idea if I can with all the excess skin. I don't know. I will just take it as it comes. That's the way I'm looking at it. If I end up at 240 pounds or 230 pounds and am very comfortable, then fine, I'm very comfortable, and that's where it is. But, you know, the ultimate goal for me is 195. So I put it out there now, and there's something, I feel a little proud in that, of saying this to all of you guys, because in a way I felt a little shady not saying it out loud and not putting it out in public. I don't think there will be any shame in if I get to, you know, 210 or whatever I get to, and that's where I get to. There's not going to be any shame in that. I'm not going to be ashamed if I get to 250 and that's where I stay. I'm going to be happy with whatever I get, because it's not 424, you know? At this point, anything I get is more than I had. And everything that I do is I'm earning this all on my own. And that's how I feel. I mean, the surgery helps. Undoubtedly, it helps. I'm not hungry. You know, it's amazing how different that is. Like, I've spent my whole life being hungry, and now I could care less about eating, which is an amazing feeling in itself. But, you know, it's still all about how much work you put in. So you have to make the right food choices, and you have to make sure you drink your protein, eat your protein. You have to make sure you take your vitamins. It's all on your shoulders. So those of you who are under the impression that you just have surgery and you're not hungry and then everything works out, it's just not like that. So anyway, I need to stop talking now, but I wanted to put my goal out there for people to know, because I think it's important that those of you who watch me and find me inspirational, and I need to be an inspiration to myself too. And so I feel like it's time to step up to the plate, and this is what I want from my journey. I want to be 195 pounds. That's what I want. I want to be under 200. I want to feel good. I want to look good, and we'll see how close I come. Thank you guys for watching the journey and taking part in this process with me. It's been outstanding to this point. So I'm just so excited for the future. The future looks brighter than it ever has for me. So anyway, thank you guys so much. I love you. Thank you for all the wonderful compliments for my new haircut, which I love. And for all the nice compliments about how much thinner my face is. And, you know, you guys are just wonderful to me. So thank you so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I'll check back in later. Love ya. Bye.